class, welcome to Beatle University. I, of course, am Professor Moptop. Thank you a million times as always. This week, I'm going to be sending you some audio all about John Lennon, who would have been celebrating his 81st birthday this weekend. October 9th is his birthday, which is also John Lennon's birthday. I always find that sort of interesting. Whenever a Beatle birthday rolls around for Breakfast with the Beatles, Professor Moptop always has something about whichever Beatle is having a birthday, and some of them over the years from John Lennon's have been very interesting. We have songs about John Lennon. There's quite a few, both before and after he died. One that we talk about is Empty Garden, which is an Elton John song. The lyrics were written by Bernie Taupin, and Elton John added the music afterwards. The song is specifically about going to see a close friend who's not there anymore, sadly, because he is gone, and there is an empty garden. Now, Elton John and John Lennon were very good friends. They collaborated together, they partied together, and they were very, very close. When John died, Elton was very, very upset, and the first time that he played this song was at Madison Square Garden, and Yoko Ono and John Lennon were both in attendance. Queen is another band that was very, very inspired by the Beatles. They loved John, they loved all of it. When they were trying to record great music, they were trying to record music as great as the Beatles. Right after John died, they did Imagine in their live act. There's also a song called Life is Real, which was trying to recreate a song called Love, and there's some John Lennon elements in it. It's very, very sweet. Another song that's less than sweet, which was actually from before John died, was John, You've Went Too Far This Time. Now, this is by Rainbow. That's Rainbow with no W, not to be confused with the heavy metal band. And it's a protest song because John had gone too far this time. The thing that he did that went too far was posing naked on the album cover. Now, Rainbow isn't actually a band. It's actually a singer, and the singer is actually Sissy Spacek. It was recorded in 1970, I think. It's Johnny's Birthday is a George Harrison track on the All Things Must Pass album. You'll hear a little bit about that, and you'll hear about how there's a backwards Paul is Dead message on it. You're going to hear about a real fun one called the Magical Misery Tour. Now, it's on the National Lampoon Radio Diner album, and a guy named Tony Hendra does a really good John Lennon imitation on the track. You might have seen him in the Spinal Tap movie. He's the guy who plays their manager. He's only in the first movie because his character dies of embezzlement. What Tony Hendra did was he took a whole bunch of quotes from a Rolling Stone article that John Lennon wrote, and he kind of mushed them together and makes a very, very fun, rather vulgar, but still very fun, not radio-friendly song called Magical Misery Tour. Melissa Manchester also briefly appears on it. You'll hear that as well. Now, Neil Sedaka had a song called The Immigrant, which was inspired by John Lennon's deportation troubles in the mid-'70s. And there's also a song called All Those Years Ago, which was recorded by George. He at one point offered it to Ringo. After John Lennon was killed, George reworked it a little bit, and he invited the other Beatles to contribute. Ringo added drums on it, and Paul, along with Denny Lane and Linda McCartney, sing background vocals as well. And we talk about Here Today, which is a Paul McCartney song from 1982, all about his lost friends. And then we have some bonus stuff, if you will. There are songs that mention the Beatles. We're going to hear about Ringo, early 1970, Life on Mars, which of course mentions Lennon, A Garden Party, that mentions Bob Dylan, Howard Hughes, and the Walrus. The Ramones, Do You Remember Rock and Roll Radio? They talk about John Lennon. Let 'Em In mentions Brother John. The late, great Johnny Ace by Paul Simon specifically mentions the night that John Lennon died. And in 2010, on his album Tempest, Bob Dylan has a song called Roll 'Em John. Dylan and Lennon had a very complicated relationship, although all the complications seem to be from John's end. I hope you enjoy all the audio I will send you. Thank you much as always. You are all great, all of you individually. Thank you.